So we are off to the second volume, which manga readers would say is where the story really kicks off. So it'll be, well, I would say it'll be interesting to see how Pashon does this, but honestly, in my head right now, all I'm thinking about is, oh, I can't wait to see how Pashon messes this up. God, after episode 3 and like the entire discussion that I went on, where I was just talking about how Pashon is just not, you know, that we're, okay, before I go and repeat myself, you know, if you haven't seen my reaction and discussion to the previous episodes, you should definitely do it. I go on fucking long tangents, and I'd rather not have it here, despite me also going a long tangent right now. But if you guys enjoy the content, remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't. I don't know why that was a little aggressive, but if you thought it was too aggressive, you know, and you didn't like the content, dislike the video. We'll be on our way. Let's get started. Oh no, it's the piano again. Oh, is this the part where she goes and says... Yeah, there you go. School crossing. God, their eyes look so soulless. It looks like they're about to fucking suck the soul right out of me. Oh, there it is again, the colorful motif. A chorus competition? Damn, dude, she's on cleaning duty. Yeah, this fucking bitch. How dare she do her job? How dare she not let other people stall her? I hate her. Oh, trying to kick her off? Look at her, trying to give her the side eye and everything. Alright, let me continue. The biotope? Oh, was she the only person on cleaning duty? I feel like there's usually 2 people, right? She's like an elementary and she's just so concerned about her appearance, her reputation, I mean. Or in China, they would call it her face. Oh. Because Hime said she didn't know how to play the piano before. And here she is, a lion. So anyways, we can't actually show you her fingers on the keys. Look at all this attempts to hide it. I mean, she was right there in the class. Lying? Yeah, that's only something you do on the internet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's too much of a hassle. Difference in philosophy and all that, but, you know, at the same time, they're kids. They don't have the confidence to take things seriously like you do. Open your mouth wide and don't be shy? Well then. You see those girls who aren't clapping? I'll get you a girl who keeps you on track. Ooh, an outdoor pool? Uh-oh. Someone's a little jelly. Oh no. Yano's monopolizing Hime. Should you say that outside like this in the fucking staircase where it could echo? Wow. Come to my extravagant house. Damn, look at that modern house. Goddamn sparkling piano, dude. Tea time. What kind of high culture is that? Rich kid problems, you know? Well, yeah, you can't be friends with everyone if someone is monopolizing you. Bullying? Damn! When you get reported for bullying. Why does this guy looks like he should be in high school? Your face is everything. They really love this fucking transition, don't they? Oh no, the group of mean girls. Yeah, we won't take no for an answer. The rats, they've made themselves known. We should report on them. They're bullying Yano. I like that show of just Yano looking back without really zooming in on her reaction. Open your mouth wide and don't be shy. What? Look, I get it. It's a music and it's a chorus thing, right? And you gotta, like, open your mouth wide to sing louder, but why you gotta word it like that? Oh, someone's upset. I'm gonna call him right in front of you. It's a lie! I'm fucking these mean girls up! Hanging out with people I don't even like. Don't trust what I say. It's really hard for- it's like- I don't think that's something you should be like. Again, they love this transition. Finally freed from your prison. I mean, they'd still write her as the fucking enemy, cause she's playing the fucking piano. Yeah, nobody's blaming you. We're blaming Yano. Yeah, we won't ever force you to do anything, except for that one time we were trying to get you to go to the pool. Damn! Damn, exposed! Shh, Yano, shh! Oh, shit! Maybe you shouldn't have told her that that's the one thing you should remember about you. That you're a liar. Yeah, but... Damn, dude, she left that bombshell and then She left that bombshell and she went to a new school. No, it's even worse than before. We can't come back. Oh no, is when she hears the news. See, look, that's Hime's first issue right there. She should have fucking told her about it. Miscommunication between the both of them. How dare these elementary kids not know how to communicate? Damn. I'm fine with this piano piece. Why didn't we have this piano piece last episode? Damn. Came in and shattered her world. Damn, dude. Oh man, I wonder who betrayed who. Oh no! That's the title of this episode! Okay, that's actually a pretty nice episode. So how many chapters did we cover? Because, like, the childhood stuff is quite... 7. That's, like, literally one chapter. Wow. I mean, it was a long chapter, but... Actually, no, it's covered... No, it's covering... It covered one small part of chapter 8. Okay. Okay, so it's like 1 1/4. Ooh. This is a really nice art. Wow, that's... I really like this one. Okay, we're gonna get back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 4 of Yuri Is My Job. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was, well, you know, it surpassed my expectation, and my expectations were very low. So congrats on that. I thought that this was a nice episode, and I actually like, other than, you know, that fucking tepid little piano piece that was happening in the beginning, which kind of came from the last episode, but I actually like the way that they accompanied with the music in this episode, which is a little bit more understandable considering that their whole childhood with each other consists of the piano practice for the chorus competition and all that. So I enjoyed the little flashback between Yano and Hime and the reason why they have such a riff in their relationship. You know what? I just want to go back to this part where the both of them are like in their child form and they say I hate you, which well, you know, as I mentioned, it goes to this whole point of miscommunication between the both of them, right? Because lo and behold, 2 kids who don't fucking understand how to talk to people, they're going to end up hurting each other because of miscommunication. Who would have fucking thought, right? Who would have fucking thought? But in terms of how the anime's doing, I'm not going to reference too much from the manga in this episode because I kind of do like how this episode was done. Although I will say, in terms of the consequences, right? Which kind of goes back to the way that I feel when we got just a small little glimpse of Hime in the last episode where, you know, the person Yano outed her, and then because of that, as she says, she's had a really hard time in elementary school because of this. And I feel like that impact doesn't really hit all that much, and it still doesn't really hit all that much. I'm a little everywhere, but it still doesn't really hit all that much, because when we're focused on this, like, hard time that Hime's going, it's really just centered on these 4 girls. And it's like, okay? Really? Is that really... You had a hard time because 4 girls didn't like you? I mean, they're a group of mean girls, so, like... From the last episode with Hime, like, you know, like she wants to hang out with them, but then they're like, oh, why should we hang out with you? You're a liar and all that. And so I'm just kind of like, okay, you know, it really feels like in this school, there's just you and the 4 girls. And then, and that's like the entire world. But which I suppose when you're in elementary or something, that could be your entire world if we're trying to get into that sort of explanation, you know, but it's the impact on the way that Yano did it, you know, I feel doesn't really have that big of an oomph, despite Hime saying towards the end of that, oh, the whole school now knows that I'm a liar and all that, but we don't really see the repercussion of all the other students. You know, the only students that we ever see are the 4 girls, and it's just like, again, who gives a shit? But she's in elementary, and when she first came into this school, she was already thinking about her reputation and how she has to be friendly with everyone, which kind of goes back to, which kind of makes me think about, like, well, why are you so keen on your reputation, especially with you as a kid, you know? Because I feel like, actually, no, never mind, scratch what I just said, because I forget that I also had that issue back in elementary about people thinking about me and having certain reputations as well. Anyways, going back to the point how apparently these 4 girls are just the world. In high school, you know, when we see Hime doing her little friendly act and all that, we kind of see more people looking at her, kind of like how in episode 1, you know, you got the boys who are like gossiping, I guess, and you know, everybody wants to go and take a sneak peek at Hime, and you can kind of see at that point that Hime does have that sort of popularity where, you know, she has molded herself into this person that everybody likes, and so that's why you see all these people in high school really wants to talk to her, or they admire her, you know, and they look at her and everything. And so I kind of wish it kept that whole platform, except in elementary as well. But again, there's a lot of focus on these 4 mean girls, which is just like, cool. Again, they're not the entire school, but okay. I think I already made my point on how, like, it feels like there's really little impact on this. But either way, it affected Hime, and I still wish that they did episode 3 and how Hime is out here fucking having her own little anxiety attack as she was trying to figure out whether people in the cafe, you know, people working in the cafe knew about the mask that she's wearing or not. But again, if you haven't seen me on that fucking rant in the last episode, just go watch that instead, and I'll just pretend that you have, and as I continue on with this point. This episode should, for the most part, showcase why she's going through that anxiety turmoil of hers in the previous episode, but it just rounds back to how I feel like there's low impact. Alright, I am repeating myself. Congratulations. Anyways, with this episode, we're showcasing how Hime and Yano met, of course. You know, with the way that Yano takes everything seriously, and her basically saying, hey, I can't fucking clean if you're sitting on your desk, you know, get out the way. And then she folds up her desk, you know, she grabs her desk and moves it out of the way so she can clean. And of course we have Hime, who's the new student, and so she doesn't really have that bad of a look as the mean girls are seeing the way Yano is, right? And so she apologizes to Yano, who at this point is just like, I don't know how to react to that, so I'm just gonna walk away. Very understandable. And then we've got these fucking mean girls out here, you know? Oh, how dare she fucking do her job? Who does she think she is? Of course, you know, we've got these mean girls trying to bully Yano and being like, hey, Hime, can you play the piano? Because if you can play the piano, right? And then you see this girl giving the fucking side-eye to Yano as she goes and says, like, look at her. The fucking side-eyes of hers. But, like, you know, hey, if you can play the piano, maybe you can play instead of Yano, you know, try to get Yano out of her piano throne and all that. I just noticed the little fucking, what are these called? I don't know what they're, the only thing that I'm thinking about right now is a rape whistle, but I mean, that's not something that you would say and give to kids, but it is similar, you know, where they pull it out and it makes very loud noises and all that. The pedo alarm, I don't know what they're called. But, you know, this is the first instance that we see Hime lying and saying, hey, I don't know how to play the piano. Right? I can't play at all. Piano is so hard. And of course, with this one scene of, like, the broom stopping for a moment, you know, Yano is listening in. And she's just like, oh shit, you know, is this girl trying to fucking take my position? You know, is she going to play into what those girls are, you know, these mean girls are going to do? But she hears that, oh, you can't play piano. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go back to cleaning. Very nice. And of course, you know, these girls are trying to take her on the tour, but Hime's just out here like, I don't want to hang out with you girls. I gotta go visit the teacher's office. So she hears the piano, so she goes up to the music room where she sees Yano practicing for her chorus competition and everything. And so this is where we see, and of course, yeah, this is Hime coming in again as the new student who doesn't really have a bad look on Yano. So, you know, she goes, says, hey, Yano, you're such a good pianist. And of course, she's giving her the, I would assume, the respect by saying Yano-san. Going back to that, of course, we have Yano, who, it's just like, saying all these nice things to me. I don't know how to react, so she looks away from it. And this is the part where we see the first of Hime's lies, or at least Yano sees the first of Hime's lies. She sees that Hime can play the piano, and we know that she was listening in from the way that she says, hey, the piano's not a toy and everything. We spent like quite a few seconds of just her playing piano. That's like 10 seconds, 10-20 seconds of her playing piano. We've gotta fill out the time somehow. Is this 30 seconds? When did we start her playing the piano? Right, somewhere around 6. And then she murked up around like 6:30-ish. So yeah, she really is out here playing the piano for 30 seconds. Actually, it's about 40 seconds at this point. Yeah, it's fucking 40 seconds of just her playing piano. Passion's just like, gotta fill out these seconds. Anyways, Yano finds out this is the first lie from Hime, and of course, Hime goes and says the reason why she lies is because she recognizes that the girls, that was a lie, you know. What? A lie? You lied? If so, why would you lie about that? Well, I mean, they were obviously saying that to hurt you. If I said I could play, they would have given you a hard time, you know, trying to make her play the piano instead of Yano. Yano realizes, yeah, they probably would have asked you to play for the class and all that. And at this point, the both of them came to the agreement that why don't they just play the piano together and they have a new accompaniment. Why can I say that word? Accompaniment. Why is that word so fucking hard? Hold on. Accompaniment. Okay. Anyways, yeah, the two of them are having their dual piano playing session, and of course this whole fucking ordeal ends with Yano essentially monopolizing Hime, you know, because they've gotta practice the piano and all thing, and these fucking mean girls are a little too impatient. You know, just wait a little bit, you know? They've got the chorus competition. Why don't you guys practice on your chorus stuff, right? So anyways, with the mean girls not liking the fact that Yano is out here, again, monopolizing Hime, you know, they're trying to get their worth in, try to invite Hime out to the fucking pool and all that. And of course, we've got Yano, who gets very upset, like, hey, Hime can't be having all these time playing and shit, you know, she's got a chorus she's got piano practice right now. So he takes her by the hand, just fucking goes, and you see these mean girls and their scowls. They so angry. This is yet another time with Hime being open, you know, with, and of course Yano saying, like, don't be friendly with them. I get very jealous. Yeah, Hime ends up, you know, having to tell Yano, hey, this is a fucking act, you know, this is another lie. And I'm just putting an act so that everyone in class likes me, which is a very different thing from the way that you see Yano, where Yano doesn't really care if people don't like her or not. So, and here is Hime, who's trying to appease everybody at the same time, so like they're very opposite of the spectrums. Anyways, they had a nice time practicing piano at Yano's house, and we see that Yano is probably a rich girl. I mean, look at this modern fucking house of hers. It's ridiculous. Jesus Christ, dude. All these glass and shit. Like, they got a patio out here. Like, my goodness. Who designed this house? There's so many windows. And at this point, Hime realizes, oh, your family is super rich. She says, I'm so jealous. I bet being born in a family like this would make every day a joy. And then Yano's just like, what? Rich kid problems and all that. But and of course, Yano doesn't want to talk about it, so she just goes and says, you're wasting time chatting again. Sit already. We're gonna practice the piano instead of talking about my fucking life and how rich I am. But it is very funny because this is how we start the series, with Hime talking about her dream and how she wants to essentially be a trophy wife and get married to some rich guy and live off of his wealth, essentially, right? And so when we learn about Hime's relationship with Yano back when she was a kid, you know, we see that Yano's a rich kid. And it's like, look, if you had played your cards right, Hime, maybe later on you could have been married to Yano and you could have lived your life out as a trophy wife. You had your chance and you blew it. Anyways, with the next part with Hime kind of fibbing on the piano stuff and Yano, you know, just being like, don't worry about it, Hime, which is very much a bullying tactic. This is what bullies do to you. They cheer you on and encourage you to continue doing your best. How fucking dare she? I need to report her to the teacher. So, we have this whole spiel. I still can't get over these. Okay, now I'm actually looking at these kids and their faces. Look at this girl. Look at her. I was looking at this girl at first and I was just like, huh, well, that's really odd. And then I looked down and I was like, oh my god. You know what? It's really odd that these kids, despite them not being drawn as detailed as like the 4 mean girls, honestly, they look better than the soulless eyes of those 4 mean girls. Anyways, we've got the teachers talking to Hime about the potential that Yano is bullying her because somebody's reporting that she's being bullied, and of course she finds out in this section that the 4 mean girls are the one who's saying that Yano's bullying her and reporting her to the teacher and everything. Oh my god. Wouldn't the teacher also talk about this to Yano? Like, why did they only talk about it to Hime? Like, shouldn't they learn both sides of the story? Right? So then, like, what is wrong with these teachers? Okay, I don't know, because Yano seems pretty fucking clueless about the idea that she might potentially be bullying Yano. You know, and I feel like if somebody reported that someone's getting bullied by someone, wouldn't you have to have a talk with the both of them? Be like, hey, Hime, why are you getting bullied? We just want to make sure. And then wouldn't you also talk to Yano and like, hey, Yano, I've been hearing some rumors, you know? It's, you know, it's this true, you know? And so, I don't know, maybe the teachers don't want to cause a ruckus, which... I don't know, maybe reporting false information could also be counted as bullying? Fucking teachers, I swear. But yeah, Hime finds out that these 4 girls are the one who's doing this whole spiel, and of course Hime realizing, you know, she's trying to appease these 4 girls, and of course she goes and she says like, oh yeah, you know, of course I'll go talk to you. And as I mentioned before, I do like this scene in the fact that, you know, she's trying to say no, but then these girls aren't taking no for an answer, which later on they say, we would never force you to do something. But I really like that in this scene, you know, you get to see Yano in the back, just like, because we know that she's listening in. And like, there's no need for a zoom in or anything, right? Just see the way that she realizes, oh my god, you know, I can't believe she just agreed to what these girls just said. And so we see that dark shadow over her as she goes and cries herself later on in the music room. And so the next thing, it's so fucking funny, and I just can't. The fact that Hime goes and like, I'm gonna call them right in front of you. So yeah, you remember, I'm a fucking liar. Let me fucking do a live session of me lying to someone. And so I really like that she puts it on speaker too, just to let you know who's the one that I'm calling. She says, that was the plan all along. I was just going to appease them, and then I tell them that, oh, I can't go today, actually. My mom's telling me that I can't come with you guys. Sorry, GG boys. Or girls at this point, actually. And of course, she made the mistake of saying, hanging out with these people I don't even like, why should I bother? To which it's just kind of like, if you don't like them, why do you care so much about your reputation with them? You know, it's... And also, this is also her next mistake, which is, don't trust what I say. Remember, my promise to them was a lie. Remember one thing about me. I'm a liar. Now, they had a really nice time just talking to each other. They weren't even doing their piano practice or anything. So one of the first times, I would assume, that they're just hanging out, chilling, relaxing, schmaxing. So at this point, with Hime deciding that she's going to act out on her own because she's doing this to protect Yano, which, when you really think about it, wasn't really, it wasn't really working. But, of course, she didn't say this to Yano, because why the fuck would she? These are kids. They don't know how to communicate with each other. So, she's doing this to protect Yano, and by doing that, she's quitting the piano, and which also, now that I really think about it, like, isn't that just a waste of time? You've just wasted Yano's time. This is where all the misunderstanding, the miscommunication starts, because we have Yano, who is calling out Hime during this time, right? And here is Hime, who's just like, Yano betrayed me, even though I'm doing this to protect her. But as I go back to what the fuck was going on over here, well, this part right here, with these girls, with her saying like, oh, that's not it, I volunteered to play the piano and all that, but like, they're still talking shit about Yano right afterwards. But you said that you can play the piano, and she, you know, I only said it because I had no confidence, but I tried anyways. You know, she's trying to clear off that misunderstanding. And then there's just like, Hime, nobody's blaming you. We're blaming Yano. Come on. You put up with Yano this long, so you tried hard enough. And it's like, it obviously wasn't fucking working. They're still talking shit on her. And that's the issue, is that they had a problem with Yano playing the piano for the chorus competition that they don't care about. So, like, you quitting wouldn't have done anything. The only time that, and even if you had taken over the piano, they'd still probably be talking shit about Yano, right? You can't stop these mean girls from being mean. They're mean girls for a reason. This is Hime's first issue, trying to befriend mean girls. But anyways, with the whole situation of Hime feeling like Yano has betrayed her by outing her out, and then also after the chorus competition just fucking moving and leaving her. Just fucking up and vanished. and of course Hime having to go through the rest of her elementary being treated as a liar, which, I mean, who would have fucking thought? We got to see Yano's side, right? As she ran up and she heard the later half of this conversation, which sounds really bad, understandable. But again, with her finding out that Hime has quit the competition, so, you know, in her head, she feels like Hime is the one who has betrayed her. You know, you spent all this time and you told me that you don't want to hang out with these people, and that essentially you would rather hang out with me, since you don't say that to me. And of course, Hime's words just come back to bite her, which is, remember one thing about me, that I lie. I'm a liar. Oh my god, she's lying and now she's fucking betraying me? Damn, I shouldn't have trusted this liar in the first place. No. But yeah, I really enjoyed the entire flashback segment. That was very nice. I thought Passion did a good job on that, and we'll just have to see how they continue with this ongoing drama between Hime and Yano in the next episodes, you know, in all these upcoming episodes and all that. And so yeah, we've got these two in their animosity, and of course again with the both of them who have been hurt essentially, right? The both of them have been hurt and they think of each other like, I hate you. And so all this miscommunication and misunderstandings. Well, we'll just have to see whether they'll get over it or not, you know? Oh, man. But, yeah, I did like the music selection in this episode. I thought it actually portrayed that feeling of, that feeling of drama. That was the only thing in my head right now. But I thought it helped in the way that it portrayed the feelings that these two are going through and how it has affected them growing up and everything. And now, you know, with these two childhood friends who are not friends anymore meeting each other, and we see that it was Yano already realized that it was Hime, which, I mean, Hime is fucking blonde compared to everybody else, so it's kind of easy for her to realize that it's her. But yeah, it'll be fun to see what happened next. I was going to talk a little bit about the manga, but I've decided not to, so yeah. Well, you know what, Passion? You've got one episode good, so we're 1 out of 4. But again, Volume 1 is just, you know, Volume 1 is there. It's really out here just to set, like, the play stage, the stage, you know, the platform, everything. And as I mentioned before, you know, for manga readers, if things really start to tick once Volume 2 kicks in. Although I personally feel it kicked in for me towards, like, the last chapter of Volume 1, and then everything else just tumbled. But yeah. I enjoyed it. It was a nice episode, and I'm going to stop repeating myself because this has been the entire discussion, me repeating myself and being completely all over the place. I don't even know how I'm going to put chapters in this. But alright, if you guys are still here, just know that I appreciate you guys, and if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.